I still hear the microphone squeal in my nightmares. The shrill, startled sound just before my 9-year-old son's small voice cut through a ballroom of adults and stopped my brother's wedding cold. It lasted less than 2 minutes, but it changed everything I thought I knew about family, shame, and courage. If you've ever been humiliated in public, if you've ever swallowed pain just to keep the peace, this story is for you. That night began like a dream you can't quite trust. The rain had stopped just as our cab rolled up to the hotel. From the outside, the building rose like a palace of glass and stone, the windows glowing amber against the night. Inside, it smelled of roses and polished wood. Chandeliers dripped light like waterfalls. A string quartet in the corner played a tune I half recognized but couldn't name. The guests looked like they'd stepped off magazine covers, gowns that shimmered when they moved, tuxedos tailored so sharply they could cut. Laughter rang out like bells. I clutched my thrift store clutch and tried not to feel small. My son Noah held my hand, his eyes wide. "It's so fancy, Mom," he whispered. His tie was slightly crooked. I reached down and straightened it. "We're here for Uncle Michael," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "Let's be happy for him." Michael, my little brother, who slept on my dorm room floor because his scholarship check hadn't come through, who called me at 2 a.m. before every big exam. For years, it was just him, me, and Noah after my husband left. I was proud of him. I wanted to be proud tonight, too. But Emily had other plans. Emily, the bride, glided across the marble floor in a gown that looked like liquid light. Her hair fell in perfect curls. Her lips painted a shade called, I imagined, victory. She saw me before I saw her. The smile she offered could have been on a magazine cover. It wasn't for me. "Oh, you came," she said, voice soft but carrying. "Of course," I answered, forcing warmth. "It's my brother's big day." Her eyes flicked over my dress, navy blue, thrifted, hem-stitched at midnight. "How brave," she murmured. "Single moms need courage, don't they?" Her laugh tinkled like glass breaking. 2 bridesmaids nearby exchanged looks. I felt Noah's small fingers tighten around mine. He's only 9, but he reads people like open books. We took seats near the back. I whispered to him about the cake, the music, anything but the sting in my chest. I told myself to rise above it, to be invisible if I had to. But Emily didn't leave it at that. All night she sent little darts disguised as jokes about my job, my dress, my choices. Each one landed. Each one pushed me further into the shadows. Michael never noticed, or maybe he didn't want to. By the time dinner was cleared and the speeches began, my hands were trembling. The best man told a story about Michael's college antics. The maid of honor gave a tearful toast. Laughter, applause, glasses clinked. My smile was a mask. Then Emily stepped up to the microphone. Glowing, confident, she thanked her parents, her friends, the caterer, even the florist. Her eyes found mine. "And thank you," she said sweetly, "to Michael's sister for being here. It's inspiring to see such perseverance in the face of repeated romantic failure." She lifted her glass. The hall erupted in awkward laughter. Someone at the next table whispered, "Wow," under their breath. Something inside me cracked. I wanted to stand. I wanted to say, "I'm the reason your husband is standing here in a designer suit. I'm the one who babysat so he could work double shifts. I'm the one who sold my wedding ring to pay his tuition when Dad cut him off." But the years of swallowing pain had trained me to stay seated. Tears burned behind my eyes. That's when Noah let go of my hand. I saw him walk toward the stage, small shoulders squared like a soldier. My heart pounded. "Noah!" I whispered. He didn't look back. The crowd parted, murmuring. Some smiled indulgently. How cute, a child wandering up. They had no idea. He climbed the steps and reached for the microphone. Emily bent down, still smiling. Sweetheart, this isn't... But he held it firmly. Feedback squealed. The room went silent. Hi, I'm Noah. I'm Aunt Emily's nephew. And I'm my mom's son. He scanned the room and looked straight at Emily. You're laughing at my mom, but you don't know her. You don't know she worked 2 jobs when Dad left so I could eat. You don't know she sold her wedding ring to pay Uncle Michael's college fees when he was broke. You don't know she stayed up every night helping him study so he could be here today. Guests shifted uncomfortably. Forks stopped clinking. A woman dabbed her eyes. You're marrying my uncle, Noah continued, voice growing stronger. That means you're supposed to be family now. Family doesn't humiliate family. My mom taught me that being rich or pretty doesn't matter if you're not kind. He swallowed hard. So if you can't be kind, maybe this fancy wedding doesn't mean anything. His little hand shook, but he didn't drop the mic until he finished. Then he set it down gently and walked off the stage. I couldn't breathe. My shy, gentle Noah had just spoken the words I'd been too scared to say. Tears streamed down my face as he reached me and climbed into my arms. For a heartbeat, nothing happened. Then, slowly, people began to clap. First one guest, then another. A ripple of applause swept through the hall. Emily's smile collapsed. Her mascara streaked. Michael stood frozen at the head table, looking from me to his nephew, like a man waking from a dream. He stayed there for a long moment. You could see the war inside him between loyalty to his new wife and gratitude to the sister who raised him. Then he stepped up to the mic. His voice shook. Noah's right. He said quietly, I owe my sister everything. Emily, tonight was supposed to be about love, not cruelty. He paused, eyes wet. I'm sorry for not seeing, for letting this happen. More applause. Some guests even stood. Emily fled to the back room, whispering to her maid of honor. Michael crossed the room to us, knelt by my chair. You deserved better, he said quietly. You always did. I wiped my face. Just be a good man, I whispered. That's all I want. The music started again, softer this time. People came up to me, shaking my hand, apologizing for laughing. Even Emily's father approached, eyes downcast. Your son is remarkable, he said. Noah tugged my sleeve. Mom, he said, can we dance? We danced under the chandeliers. My thrift store dress swirled, my son's small shoes scuffing the polished floor. For the first time in years, I felt not invisible, but seen, proud, whole. I thought, heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they're 9 years old holding a microphone in a room full of adults, telling the truth everyone's too afraid to say. And if you're reading or watching this now, if you've ever been humiliated, underestimated, or silenced, remember this. Your worth isn't defined by anyone's opinion. You are not invisible. Sometimes the smallest voice in the room can shake the walls. If this story moved you, drop a comment about a moment someone stood up for you, or when you found your own voice. Share this with someone who needs courage today, because stories like this don't just live on paper. They light sparks in real people.